Oh my god, this box is ridiculous. It just fills the entire B cam. It's just only box. What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here. Today we're doing a insane video. I never thought I would do a first for this channel. It is a quadruple unboxing guitar day. That's insane. So back in January, I had the privilege of doing a factory tour of Shector's factory in Sun Valley, California. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. It's on my channel, obviously. When I was there, I met up with Adam, who I've been working with for a number of years. He's hooked me up with a ton of sick Shector guitars for this channel. And now, a couple months later, I finally got home from tour and he sent me 4 guitars on one day, which is absolutely absurd. I can't even fit all 4 boxes in this room. I have no idea where I'm gonna put these guitars because I'm out of space. But hey, this is a good problem to have and I'm very, very excited about it. So anyways, I'm gonna shut up about all that and we're gonna start opening boxes. Number 1 is this box right here. As you can see, it is so big that I can't even get it in the frame. And this is not technically from Shector. It's from another company called Wylde Audio. So Wylde Audio obviously is Zach Wylde's brand of guitars, but they're shipped and sorted through Shector, Shector's warehouse, all that. So I'm pretty sure they're made in the same factory as Shector and they kind of just handle all the logistics. I already know that this guitar is going to be very outside of the realm of what I would normally play on this channel, which is going to be very interesting and I'm curious to see it in person. They didn't have this one ready yet when I was at their factory earlier this year, so I haven't seen it in person, but like, this box is absolutely ridiculous, and I know that it has a hard shell case as well. So let's see if we can get it open. The staples in this box are stapling too well. Couple 2-3 staples, come on. How do I get you? All right, let's do it this way. Oh my God. Okay, so like I said, we have a hard shell case. Actually, pretty nice little detail on the case. It has a giant Wylde Audio emblem screwed right into the case. Nice touch there. And yeah, as you can see, this case is ridiculous. Again, I can't even fit it in frame. I already know what this is gonna be and it's gonna be so ridiculous. Let's get it open and see, shall we? I guess you can't really see me when I'm down here, so you'll just have to trust me. Oh my God, dude, this is so insane. Okay, so first up on the unboxing is a Berserker from Wylde Audio. This is by far the craziest shaped guitar I've ever had on this channel. And the finish is literally blood red skulls, in case you weren't sure if it was a metal guitar or not. Dude, this is absolutely absurd. Something interesting I just noticed, I thought they might have forgotten the pickup switch cover over there, like the little knob that is on top. But weirdly enough, it's actually in the bag of accessories, so you just have to put that on yourself. I've never seen a guitar company do that before. That's kind of neat, I guess. So there you have it, guitar number 1, Wylde Audio Berserker. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. Definitely not the normal thing you would see on this channel, and I think that's why they wanted to send it to me, to just see what I would do with it. And I am also curious to see what I'm going to do with this thing, because again, this is weird and I've never had anything like this before. So as usual, if you've never watched one of my unboxing videos before, I will have full demos of all of these guitars coming up on my channel. Well, sometime in the near future. It's going to take a while to get through all of these, but in the meantime, some very quick specs and features. So like I said, we're looking at a blood skull finish for the pickups. We have EMG 8185, a 3-way pickup selector up here. Again, I need to put that knob on right there. Volume, and tone. We have Grover tuners, non-locking this time. A pretty awesome headstock from Wylde Audio. I do actually think that looks really cool. Custom inlays, which are the Berserker logo, basically Berserk from, you know, the anime. We got an ebony fretboard in addition to those inlays I was just mentioning. On the back, we have a maple neck, which is a set neck construction. And last but not least, the body is mahogany and it has a Tone Pros Tune-o-matic bridge. Okay, absolutely ridiculous. Let's put this away and move on to guitar number 2. Okay, box number 2, looking a lot more standard from Shector from now on out. Once again, it looks like they sent over a hard shell case with this guitar. It does not normally come with one. Thank you to Shector for throwing that in for extra. That was very nice of you. Once again, we got these giant staples. We're going to take off right now in a much easier fashion than last time. A little bit of paper here. I'm going to have to just stack these cases on top of each other because I have no room on my floor for this. Okay, next up, you're going to see a lot of this case because every guitar came in one of these. Again, thank you to Shector for providing extra hard shell cases. Once again, I don't have a camera set up on the floor, so you're just going to have to trust me that I'm opening it right now. Okay, guitar number 2. We got a little bit of extra padding inside the case. This time around, I think I know what this one is already, but let's see if I'm right. Okay, we'll do the reveal over here on B-Cam. That awesome looking headstock. There we go. Nice and shiny too. Very beautiful. Okay, guitar number 2. This one is really sick and I was looking forward to this one a lot. This is the Red Dawn 6-string? Yeah, 6-string version from Shector. This is one of their new models they put out a couple months ago. I remember seeing this at their factory before they were announced and thinking they looked absolutely beautiful. It's kind of like a throwback to Schecter's old traditional style of most things being black and red, but I feel like it looks a lot classier than those with the gloss black finish and the red binding. Looks really, really sick. And obviously it has an Evertune, which I'm always stoked about. So a little bit more going on for this guitar in terms of specs, although it doesn't look nearly as crazy as the Wylde Audio one. For this one, we obviously have a gloss black finish with red binding for the body. It's made out of basswood and it has a neck through design. Obviously, like I mentioned, Evertune bridge, which I am a massive fan of, as you guys know. We have a single volume knob, which is a push-pull function, which does voice number 2, and then a 5-way switch down there. And these are Fishman Fluence modern ceramic open core pickups with red bobbins. I don't think I've ever had these blade style pickups from Fishman before, so I'm curious to hear how those sound. On the back of the headstock, we have Schecter's own locking tuners and a satin back of neck, which I love to see. Ebony fretboard with a maple 3-piece neck. Jumbo stainless steel frets, again, always a nice feature to have. And yeah, that pretty much does it for the specs on this one. A nice, kind of clean looking black guitar that I think will sound really, really sick once it's plugged in. I'm definitely going to have to drop tune the hell out of both this and the Wylde Audio one, because as you know, I don't normally use 6-string on this channel, so I have to at least make it low tuned, right? Okay, halfway through and time for the next box. I'm running out of things to say during this part when I use my knife. Same case, different guitar. Let's open it up. This is a mystery one. I wasn't really sure about this one. I've not seen this before. Let's take a look. So we got the headstock there. Demon 7-string. Nice. This is one of the classics. Let's go. So this one is a bit of a curveball. This is actually one of the most affordable 7-strings on Schecter's website. This is a Demon 7-string. These have been around forever. It's a very classic design. You've probably seen a lot of bands use, especially when 7-string guitars were newer and there were not nearly as many options on the market. A pretty classic design that still holds up to this day. Nice satin black through and through with kind of like not pearl, but what is this called? Like aged, like TV yellow binding. Cream is the word I was looking for. Much simpler than TV yellow. What am I talking about? So while we're on the body, like I said, aged black satin finish with a yellow binding. For this one, we have Schecter's own brand of pickups, which are diamond active humbuckers. We have a 3-way pickup selector, volume and tone, very simple controls. The bridge is a Shector custom hardtail with string through body, so, you know, a Tune-o-matic style bridge, but done by Shector. The body's made out of basswood. Moving on to the neck of the guitar. No locking tuners this time around, just Schecter's own tuning pegs. We have a Vengay fretboard with a maple neck. Bolt on, as you can see right there. Again, back of the headstock looks like that. Extra jumbo frets, this time around not stainless steel, because again, this guitar is coming in at only $600 US at the time of filming this video. It's a lot more budget friendly. So yeah, a bit of a curveball on this one, especially compared to the last two that I just opened, where this one is a lot more stripped down and to the point and affordable. So let's move on to the final guitar. Okay, fourth and final guitar in this ridiculous shipment from Shector. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I feel like a fucking kid on Christmas. I cannot believe that this is my job, and that I get to open 4 guitars in one day is completely absurd, and definitely not something I ever thought I would do in my entire life, so this is very cool. Final guitar, let's open it up right here. Okay, headstock on B-cam. Little bit different this time. Yeah, this was the one I was the most excited for out of the batch. So this is another brand new model from Shector. This is the PT7 FRS. So it's a 7-string, but in a telly shape, which of course Shector calls their PT shape. It has an absolute ridiculous amount of features. It has a Floyd Rose bridge, a Fishman Fluence pickup in the bridge, and then a Sustainiac pickup in the neck. Controls for that are down here, as you can see. We have a 3-way pickup selector, volume, tone, and once again, the volume is push-pull to access the different voicings of that Fishman pickup. Awesome satin black finish that looks super classy with the white binding, and then the back of the body is so sick. So it's a swamp ash body with this very light stain to it, so it's still black, but having that contrast to the completely black top looks so nice in my opinion. For the headstock, this time we do have Tone Pros tuners, which is interesting. I've never tried these tuners before, and they're not locking tuners, so I'm curious why Shector put on a name brand tuner for this model. I've never actually seen that before. We have an ebony fretboard with this awesome Roman numeral inlays, and of course stainless steel frets once again. The neck is actually crazy on this. It is a 7-piece neck, I think. It's maple, walnut, Paduke, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and carbon fiber reinforcement rods. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. 26.5-inch scale length, which is pretty standard for 7-string guitars. And like I said, there's lots of electronics going on here. So we have the master volume, which has a push-pull for voice 3, which is the single coil sound from this pickup. And then of course the tone knob, which also is a push-pull, which I did not know, for voice 1 and voice 2. So voice 1, voice 2, and then voice 3 is there. So lots of features to go over on this guitar when I inevitably end up doing the demo, but there is a quick preview of it right here. And now obviously the next step is to plug in all 4 of these guitars one at a time and hear how each of them sounds. Real quick, before I show you how these guitars sound, I have to give a thank you to the partial sponsor of this video, Auto Audio. If you're unfamiliar with Auto Audio, they make a plugin called 1111, which is specifically made for low-tuned guitars. So if you're tuning lower than E standard, which if you're watching this channel, you probably are, you're definitely gonna want to check out this plugin. So after watching this video, if you want super heavy guitar tones, go check out the 1111 plugin. It's going to be linked in the description and the pinned comment below. And you can also use the discount code NONEHEAVIER for 50% off and 20 free impulse responses. So again, be sure to check out that link in the description and the pinned comment below. And thank you to Auto Audio for partially sponsoring this video. Let's check out these guitars. Okay, so now that you've seen all the guitars, it's time to plug each one in and do a real quick high gain, heavy rhythm tone, pretty much just chugging only. Again, if you want full demos of all these guitars, they will be up on my channel eventually, so subscribe to see those when they come out. So I'm going to try these out in the order that I unboxed them, starting off with this ridiculous Wylde Audio Berserker. I literally can't even fit it in the frame of this video, which is hilarious, but let's see how it sounds. Okay, so it definitely chugs, as I would kind of expect it to, given that it has the EMG pickups. You pretty much always know what you're going to get with those, and this is no exception. They sound awesome. One thing I'm pleasantly surprised by right out of the box is that this actually does feel surprisingly pretty comfortable to play sitting down. I sit classical like this, where one knee is up, and this little cutaway here actually sits right on this other leg pretty much perfectly, which is actually kind of nice. If I had a strap on it, it would be a problem, but I'm sitting down, so I don't really care about that. The other thing that tripped me out at first is I kept spinning this volume knob to turn off the volume, but I guess this volume knob controls the neck pickup only, so you have to use the middle one to control the bridge, which I think is really weird because I'm so used to just like doing that and turning off the volume right away. That's a bit odd in my opinion, but hey, to each their own. Let's get to the next guitar. I lied, there's one more thing. I also noticed when I was tuning up all of these guitars, Shector actually set each one up in a tuning that I pretty much always use, which is really cool. Usually when I get a guitar, it's in like E standard and I have to get my friend Eric to like reset it up. But these came in drop C or drop G sharp tuning, which is actually pretty cool. So it already has the thicker strings on there and everything. Love to see that. Next guitar. Okay, next up we got the Red Dawn 6-string. Again, it looks like it was set up in drop C tuning. Let's give it a chug. Okay, yeah, this sounds sick as well. I hadn't tried these particular type of Fishman Fluence pickups before, but again, on first impression, they definitely chug. They sound really good. Interestingly enough, it looks like the output of this is actually way higher than an EMG, which is pretty interesting. Let's give that other voicing a test real quick. Cool, so not a crazy difference when you're switching between voices, but nonetheless, there's a little something there. Okay, next up we have the Demon 7-string. Like I mentioned earlier, this is one of Schecter's cheaper 7-string guitars. I think it retails for like 600 bucks. It has Schecter's own pickups, not name brand pickups. Again, it's set up in drop G sharp. Let's give it a little test, shall we? Okay, so a little bit more bass heavy than I normally like in pickups, especially when you're tuning down. I want less bass in my pickups personally, but they definitely sound a lot better than I expected. Okay, final guitar. Yeah, as I expected, I can already tell this is my favorite out of this batch of guitars. So this is the PT7 FRS. Again, it does have a Floyd Rose bridge, which I don't normally use, but all the other specs on this guitar are super sick. I had a feeling I was gonna like this one, and just doing that little quick chug test already confirmed that. Yeah, this one is super sick. This one is totally my jam. I really, really like this guitar. I can't wait to play around with it way more and figure out how to use all these controls for the Sustainiac, because it has been a long time since I've had a Sustainiac guitar, and I definitely don't remember how to use it off the top of my head. Okay, that's gonna do it for this video. Once again, a massive thank you to Shector for sending all these guitars over to me. I definitely never thought in my entire life I'd be able to unbox 4 guitars in one day. That's absolutely crazy and has been such a fun experience. Also want to give another quick thank you to Auto Audio for partially sponsoring this video. If you like the tones that you heard, be sure to go check out the link in the pinned comment and description below. And last but not least, of course, a big thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. For most of my videos, if you want audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page, which is also linked in the description below. That's all I have to say for now, and I'll see you soon.